Gab City, B-Dub, Africa, the rest of the world. What's going on? And welcome to another episode of the Juice 2.0.
Got the flavor, that's juice. Juice. That's juice.
Best podcast in town, in the country, right now.
It's not bullshitting at all.
Isn't she lovely?
Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, je t'aime. She is. Ooh.
2.0, and you boys know I flip verse like 2 coins over your head.
It's been amazing, and I need you to do one thing for me out of everything you could ever possibly do. Stay juicy. It's the Juice 2.0.
To tell your people that it's breakfast.
Juicy.
Juice.
Gab City, B-Dub, Africa, the rest of the world. What's going on? And welcome to another episode of the Juice 2.0. I appreciate you so much for stopping by. Could have been anywhere in the world, but you decided, you know what? Let's hang out with TeeKay. And for that, for your time and however valuable it is, thank you so much. I'm super grateful. We're coming to you all the way from Indaba Lodge. Thank you very much going out to them for venue sponsorship. In case you haven't subscribed, I don't know what you're waiting for. Please click subscribe. Let the family grow. You know where the juice at. You know where the juice at. So become part of the family by simply clicking subscribe. Today's guest is a good friend of mine. He's a serial entrepreneur. Has become a millionaire, I'm told. We'll find out. We'll find out. You find out. You know what I mean? But today's episode, and for you, I did it for you. You're going to learn how to be a serial entrepreneur. In case you have a business that you want to start, how do you start a business? What are some of the factors that you need to sort of tick off and satisfy for you to start, but more importantly, to scale up and to stay? You know what I mean? Because he's been able to do all of that and so much more. Here today to talk about education, land tutoring, entrepreneurship, and a whole lot more, including a Mercedes-Benz that's parked outside. Ladies and gentlemen, Thobo Khathola is in the building.
Bro, blessed, man.
What's up, man?
Nah, man, we're good. We're blessed.
Bro.
Thanks for having me on the podcast.
I got you.
Yeah.
So tell the people how long we've been trying to do this.
Yo, and we've been meeting at these random events.
Yeah.
They were like, nah, let's do something, 30 minutes, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been a long time coming.
It's been a long time coming. I
Yeah.
think the last time I saw you was it Top 100 CEOs?
Yes. We did something at the dinner.
Yes.
Yeah, that
And
was
the next time was some capital investment
capital investment. Yes, the conference. Yes,
conference out in going there.
Yeah.
You have become quite a famous guy lately, man. Tell me about
it.
that. How do you feel?
Really? I don't look at the numbers.
But you've become quite a well-known guy.
Yeah.
Is this something that you know yet, or tell me about that?
Yeah, man, like I think it still bamboozles me in a way because, you know, you go to the mall, people want to take pictures. I'm like, I'm not used to that. Like, and like, I'm a generally nice person. So, like, if I walk in the mall with my wife, I always like talk to someone and then she feels like that's the kind of person I am basically. So I make time for people and
That's
it's really
nice.
it's really amazing.
Yeah. A lot of people feel they're really looking for fame, you know?
Yes,
but I think you can appreciate that when it happens and you're not looking for it, it's more meaningful.
Yeah, for me, it's more of impact more than anything else.
Yeah.
And, you know, if my impacting you is just having a conversation at a mall or somebody saying, you know, this is what my business does and you're just there to listen.
Yeah.
You know, I really feel good about that.
I like that.
And it's not about, you know, walking around and feeling with the bodyguard or, you know, that. Like I'm way past that. It's more of just how do I impact and make somebody feel better, you know?
Yeah. I was listening to a gentleman, his name is Naval Ravikant. Or Naval Ravikant. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly.
Sure.
Is a IT guru, rich guy, wealthy person in the US.
Sure.
He said fame is only great if it happens as a byproduct of you servicing the society and the world.
100%.
You know what I mean? And then he started mentioning people like Mother Teresa's, your Gandhis, your Martin Luther Kings, your your Malcolms and all of that.
Yes, Malcolm X.
Not fame where you wake up and you just want to be famous for nothing.
True that, and like now with the whole TikTok generation, people just want numbers, and like all of these people, like you're saying, they have all the impact and they didn't seek it out, your Harriet Tubman, your Nelson Mandela, he didn't seek out to be jailed for all those years, to be talked about, he was looking for impact, and that's basically how I run myself as an entity, and I run my businesses also
on the same principles.
Always, impact. And if people talk about us as good, and again, it has to be money in the bank.
It's gotta be money.
It's not like just chasing numbers because. With my team, we've been looking at vanity metrics, that just having a wide followership without it converting to money just becomes a vanity metric. You've got all these followers, but how are they actually bringing money to you? Or how are you converting all your followers into money in the bank? And that is something that we're also, just trying to get.
Yeah. So tell me about the Mercedes Benz, man. What?
Yeah, bro, that is
congratulations. I saw the videos, right? I was like, okay, so there's either of two reasons why he's doing this, right? It's either actually bought a car for his birthday, or there's a marketing thing that he's doing, or it could be both. So I'm glad that I have you here now.
Yeah, it's a bit of both. It's a bit of like starting off the year. I never really thought I would be driving my G63,
man.
But it's something I always wanted,
Yeah.
And I've been driving my car for the longest time, and the dealership has always been calling me, man, you can afford a better car, man. You look better in one. You deserve one. I'm like, no. If it's not that car, I'm finding my car until I get that one. So, beginning of the year, I think. Close to May, the dealership started calling me and I was like, I need to get this car. And the coincidence, it came literally a week before my birthday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was the right color that I wanted.
Dude, it's perfect
Yellow
color.
seat belts.
Perfect color. Yellow seat belts.
Yellow seat
What color are the seats?
The seats are black.
Black.
Yes. But
wow.
I'm thinking of changing them to turquoise blue.
See,
I'm starting to get these funny ideas. But
that's a beautiful car. Congratulations, man. So the idea around success, I feel, is that when you've been doing a lot of great things, right? Isn't it okay to start enjoying the fruits of your labor?
Yeah, no, 100%.
Right?
And also like the excess it brings, man. Like I never thought that way because I'm the guy who would be like, no, get your house, property is better than getting a car. But nowadays, when you move in that kind of vehicle, there's something that you command, some kind of authority, respect, and the right eyeballs, and it's just human psychology. Not to say people are drawn to the wrong things. It's just human psychology.
Right.
I attend a lot of these high level meetings, board meetings, meeting with ministers, PS, and last week we did the King's birthday.
Oh,
the UK, the King's birthday, right?
Right.
So there were all of these government delegates, private sector, and when you pull up in the G-Wagon, somebody wants to know who is that guy, and that is the time where you get to talk about your business and what you do, and
So everything about you would say, is always going to be a marketing tool
100%
for your business.
100%. If it's not, then generally, I'm a quiet person.
Yeah.
I'm a solitude kind of person. So if it doesn't do that, I'll just go back and hide under my rock. So by the time I come out, I make sure that, it makes sense and it's going to make business sense and it's going to draw the right eyeballs. And then after that, I just go back and
Man, it's a good thing you're married, because if you're not married and you're rolling in a G63,
things would be
different. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I'm happy that's that. Remind me to touch on marriage later in the show,
100%,
and how it assists you for a character that's worthy to maintain a business and the success of the business as well.
Yeah.
But with this thing, man, I just felt you have been going to all these meetings. you're obviously representing the brand.
Yes.
Do you feel these things take away more of your time where you could be focusing and innovating around the business?
Yeah.
Or if you do that, you're getting ideas outside or you're
Yeah.
approaching the right people and strategizing with some people outside and bringing back the ideas. Is there a balance?
Yes.
Do you ever feel like maybe I'm spending too much time doing all these external things
Yes, yeah.
and not focus? I mean, I know you have a team.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
sometimes that's the responsibility of the team. But as a business owner, there's always that thing I feel where it's your baby.
Yes, yeah.
Going to these meetings, do you feel I'm doing too much, or the too much is very necessary for the business?
It just depends on what stage of business you are in.
Right.
So remember, I get mentored by Vusi. You've always been a Vusi guy.
The one thing I do not like about you.
yeah. So, like he teaches this quite a lot to say, what stage of business are you in? So you'd find there's somebody who's self-employed. You have to be there every day. You are the baker, the candlestick maker. You have to be there doing the service. And then you move a level up where you have people doing the service and you oversee them. Move another level up, you've got overseers, and then level up, you're an entrepreneur. You just sort of look at, opportunities. The whole thing basically runs itself. So it's sort of the level that I'm at or that I've started getting into, where I don't even need to be at the office. In fact, I'm surrounded by professionals that if I sort of dictate to them the work they should do, it's almost like I'm getting into their way. So that is where I'm at. So it avails a lot of time for me to sort of look out for opportunities, go out there, There's a trip I did in Dubai 2 years back. And I was out for the 3 weeks, almost a month.
Right.
And everything just runs itself.
Perfectly.
And
your
also,
operations, great, nothing glitching.
Yes. Same even with the systems that we have at work. They allow me to work from anywhere in the world, anytime. So even if I do meetings, stakeholder engagements, at night, I'm busy, checking where the holes are, the loopholes in the business. So that's the fine balance that I would say I have. Yeah.
So speaking about mentorship, man, Vusi is still your mentor, the 100 Club?
Yes, Club 100. And I was just taking a little bit of a different direction. Because he has a lot of, traveling engagements, etc.
But what kind of impact did that have on your life in general?
Yes. No, he's a great guy, really awesome. I learned a lot personally from him. And one thing about Vusi, he's an open book. So he will also tell you, this is where I went wrong. And, look out for this, And that's one thing I really appreciate because it's like a Superman Clark Kent effect where, we see the Superman and, during the session, he removes out his cape and he's like, guys,
I'm just a human being.
Just a human being. I've made mistakes and hopefully you guys can look out and not make similar mistakes. And, there's a lot that we learn from him. Even today, he's a brother, sometimes he's in the country. You hit me up and say, hey, man, I'm around. What's up? That's the kind of relationship we have going.
And I'm jealous still.
But you guys met at this event that you were doing?
So briefly, and then he gave me like direct contacts. 100%. But the man is he's a busy man. So I'm hoping that one of these good days I have like a full-on thing with him.
But the thing is, and now I've started my own mentorship program. You can get mentorship through just, like before I met Vusi, I read all his books. I watched all the podcasts that he was in. I watched all the videos on YouTube and, so it's like when I met him, it's like, there's literally, I know everything,
Nothing was new.
Nothing was new. Even sometimes you would say something, then I was like, that's from this book or that was from this podcast, So it was just new stuff. But even now, we don't meet that frequently, but I'm always tuned into his channel.
To his stuff,
So
you have started your own thing, man. I was excited because I saw your Facebook post at some point. I thought I was going to respond, but I think I got distracted, and then it just skipped my mind. But my first comment would have been, bro, you don't even need to ask.
Oh, thanks,
You
bro.
don't even
It
need
means
to
a lot,
ask.
man.
You know
It
what I
means
mean?
a lot to me,
Because I
man.
saw the post and you're
Yeah.
like, guys, do you think I should do this?
Yeah.
So then in my mind, I was like, I'm going to come in and say, bro, you don't even need to
Bro,
ask.
yep,
Because mentorship really is, in my opinion, you're sort of taking someone to the promised land.
Sure.
You're Moses, except the difference between Moses and mentorship is that you've actually had to have been to the promised land.
Yes,
Moses
yeah.
didn't get to the promised land.
Yes.
But as a mentor,
He also figured it on the way.
you know what I mean?
Sure.
But as a mentor, you're showing someone how to get to this spot, guide them through the way. But my question to you, man, and I just want to appreciate this. Why was it important for you to start this mentorship program? And how is it going so far?
Oh, so far, so good.
Yeah.
My mentees are solid oaks, awesome ladies. They're doing great stuff. Their businesses are good. It's just that I discovered a gap in the businesses that are, majority of businesses in Botswana.
Yeah.
That we always have an outlook of just Botswana. We can't even, even it's so bad that some businesses just think of Gaborone. They can't even think of Jwaneng. They can't even think of Francistown, Palape. We at some point did that, and obviously the numbers were bigger in South Africa.
Okay.
So that is why we had to close down our Francistown, Palape operations,
Right.
because we were focused in Joburg and Pretoria, because the numbers it was basically just a numbers thing. And obviously our tutoring in those regions, Palape, Francistown, are online. So we do still have students in those areas, but they prefer to just connect
Right.
online. So I think that is the gap I saw that, I've scaled my business in terms of systems, operations, people, compliance.
Yep.
And I'm like, I don't like being a gatekeeper. Like, if I know a good thing, like, it's like watching soccer. Like, this analogy I always give, that I don't like watching soccer alone, although I do sometimes, but it's more fun when, like, you're with a group of people, right?
Right.
Same philosophy I have with business, that, I've managed to expand to South Africa, and I'm one of the only few companies that have done that from Botswana to
Successfully.
South. Yes, 100%. And now I'm like, we could do this together, guys. Like, we could go and compete in their countries, because they also come and expand into our countries. Some of the big businesses, these guys are coming from their countries.
Yep.
They make money here. And guess what? They're going to expropriate it back to their families. And
the only time I hate that stuff is when I'm working for a client and the companies and the finance offices and the headquarters are in South Africa.
Yes.
When it comes to payment, that's when you find out, like, man, what is this?
Yeah.
Now you're just being dragged through and from simply because had it been an office that's here
locally,
conveniency.
Yes, 100%. So I think we have it in us, guys. Even to your audience, the guys who own businesses, this is not. I'm not some kind of guru, but there's some things that I've discovered. I'm like, guys, come on, like, I've seen this thing, like, it's possible. I've done it, So that's basically how the mentorship started and how it's going. Yeah.
So apart from Vusi, in terms of maybe mentoring you from the sidelines, and they don't even know that they've become your mentors, are you able to drop a few names in the country?
No, in the country.
Who are some of the people that you look at and you're like, hey, this one?
There's quite a lot.
Yeah.
But I have different mentors for different parts of my life.
Cool.
So you'd find that my business mentor might not really be good in areas of spirituality.
Cool.
So you'd find I have my pastor at church, our youth pastor.
Right.
He's my mentor.
Yeah.
Because why? He's really excellent in issues of faith, spirituality, marriage, family, right? But maybe business, I would look elsewhere.
Right.
And then same thing even with, body, how I look, maybe my business mentor is not like into shape. And I come to TeeKay, I say, man,
like,
you're pumping some
show me the ropes.
kgs, man. Like, I want to get there.
It's actually 150 now, man. Who is counting, right? Who is counting?
TeeKay. Yeah, so much for being modest, right? Yeah, so basically.
I feel you. So business though, like who are the names here business
Your
entrepreneurship.
usual guys, man, like Botswana is not big, you know, your Rams, your Remohobes, you know.
Mr. Mohobes.
Yes, yeah. And again, it's also into different, like, even in business, you know, you'd have to look at different parts. There's somebody whose business is really good at communication. You know, like Mr. Mohobes got a podcast, he's doing all these things, you know, in terms of communication, he's got that on lockdown.
Yeah.
Then you look at somebody like Ram, you know, Mr. Ram. Let me just be respectful. Mr. Ram. We keep calling him Ram, but he's Mr. Ram. Like, yeah. So you'd find that in terms of, you know, listing, compliance, you know, choppies, you know, moving into other borders, you know, building,
scaling,
expanding,
like proper scaling.
100%. So you look into that. Yeah, and then you're Bo Remachang. I've read his book, you know, I've seen how he's come through that time and even how he's just pivoted. You remember Pakalane was Moraka type vibes.
Nothing at all.
Yeah, and just to have that vision to say, you know, let's turn this into this, something that was never done, and look at where it is, you know, today. So I think Botswana, we don't have too many, but the ones that we do, you know, we always have to look at them as our, you know, pioneers.
Forefathers of business.
100%.
If you were to spend, you know, when they say, like, would you spend 500K or have dinner with Jay-Z?
Yeah.
Which person, business-wise, entrepreneur, whatever aspects you're looking for, especially for your business, would you spend an hour with? Who would you
locally or
just ballpark it?
Just
Whoever
ballpark.
it is. Yeah.
I think, well, locally, Mr. Ram, obviously.
Mr. Ram,
and
okay.
hopefully if he's watching this.
Mr. Ram?
I'm here.
Do the things.
Yeah, and I met him the other time, man, so humble. Like, we were catching a flight to Joburg.
Yeah.
And he just came, he was humble, but I saw the private jet pulling up.
It was a private.
Yeah, and he was just so humble, you know, greeting everyone in line and almost apologetic that he has to skip the line.
Right.
And private jet.
I would have told him, you know, I skipped the line. It's fine. You earned it.
Yeah, you earned it. Yeah. But even still, in that moment, you know, the humility of greeting everyone. And I know I can skip the line, but I would rather just greet you before I skip the line, you know. So that meant a
beautiful.
lot. Then, internationally, I think Aliko Dangote, he's my
bro.
Yeah. Aliko Dangote, man. Like, he's so, and it's always the people that are so simple.
He's always chill,
you know,
guys.
if you didn't know Aliko Dangote and you're like, you'd bump into him, you wouldn't know. Like, he just moves
unassuming,
chilling, unassuming, and you know, I really like the way he does.
So he's really. I don't know how many barrels now per barrel he's moving now.
Yes.
Becoming one of the largest refineries.
Yes.
Almost in the world.
Yes.
And I thought this is a gentleman who started from selling sugar, selling
cement.
Yes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What story, what lesson do you get from Aliko Dangote?
I think also for him, it's just Africanacity. Aliko just talks Africa all the time. And I'm like,
should we build ABSA also? Because ABSA is like
Africanacity. We could build them.
ABSA,
we're coming. And the red stuff on the table. ABSA, we're sending an invoice. So he talks about the continent. Like Uncle Dangote, he could live anywhere in the world. Yeah. But you know, he still stays in Nigeria, and that's one thing I would want also for myself. And I had actually moved to Senton a few years back, and I felt, you know what, before I even moving my family there, I felt, you know what, home is always home. Yeah. So I felt if I could run my operations from Botswana, yes, I can fly to Dubai, I can fly to Cape Town, Joburg. I can fly to Nairobi, like Lusaka, like I'm doing later this month.
Nice.
So I feel home is always home, and you know, once you're home, you feel your heart settles, you know, and you can still do business outside the world, but always be thinking home. How do you develop home? You know, the developments he's bringing to Nigeria. You look at people like also Tony Elemelu, also the developments they're bringing to their country. We can't go to those countries and bring developments there. You know, always be thinking home all the time. That's the reason why even our staff complement almost 429 tutors. They're all in Botswana.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
if somebody wants an online tutor, we always want to give preference to our Botswana first. You know, that's our way of, even if we can reduce unemployment by 0.1%.
Yeah, we would have done something. Would have done a lot, actually.
Yeah, it's something. You've given somebody a job that they couldn't find.
Yeah.
And it's a story that I also had. I looked for jobs when I graduated. I couldn't get jobs.
Yeah.
So I'm like, if I was able to do it, let me at least give somebody a chance
to do it.
Because not everyone is going to be an entrepreneur.
True.
Yeah.
So every time I see Aliko, I'm always thinking, and I'm glad I have people like you, man, to always ask these questions because you're in the field, you're doing it.
Yeah.
What's the mindset that a young entrepreneur like you in Botswana, in Africa, should have to be able to succeed? So that's the first question. To succeed.
Mm-hmm.
But what's the mindset that a young entrepreneur should have at all? Right?
Got you.
So it could be like a general mindset.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But also to succeed. What does that look like?
Okay. So basically to succeed, and I like the fact that you say young entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Guys, like we're at our prime time as people.
Yeah.
And this is like football, guys.
Yeah.
You're gonna be playing maybe from the age of 25 till 35. That's your prime time. And you can't screw over those years. But a lot of our young people, man, they waste time doing mindless things.
Senseless things.
Senseless things, right? Like you don't mind, drinking the bottle on a Friday and not know yourself until Tuesday.
Wait, are we talking about me now?
No. No, like you, like moderation and everything, and
I'm joking, by the way.
Yeah, no. I'm just saying, even somebody at home, nothing wrong with what people do, but to think that you've lost the whole 4 days
of productivity, something you could have done.
Yeah, have a nice time, man. Like a day, man. Some time. Like I also do that. I go out, I have fun with friends. But I'm always thinking, tomorrow I have to do work. Etc. So I think just to say, with our success, young people, the mindset we need to adopt is, how do you take advantage of your prime years? Because they're not gonna come back. You're not gonna be 25 again. You're not gonna be 35 again. You're not gonna be 40 again. Those times are gone. And you're gonna try to do it when you're 55 and you have back problems and your knees and So I'll just say to the young people that let's maximize this time. And this is the best time to be alive. This is the best time to start businesses, because advent of AI, like this thing can teach you anything.
Yeah.
Like I was telling my brother here, Adrian, that dude, you can ask the AI to teach you how to use AI.
And it'll tell you. It's not gatekeeping.
No, it's not. It's not. It's not gatekeeping. The AI is not gatekeeping.
I'll teach you.
Yeah. So I think, these are
That's
our
the mindset.
Mindset that we need to adopt. Also, self-discovery.
Yeah.
That's your second question now.
Yes.
What do we need to do at all? Discover yourself. What is it that people will pay you money to do effortlessly? Dude, you're such a great communicator. Like,
thank you, man.
Like, no one can listen to your voice and not want to
hear.
Yeah, like even like you be at your radio station. TeeKay comes in, like before you know it, you're just listening to TeeKay the whole time.
Appreciate it, man.
Like, what is even TeeKay talking about? But your voice is like so, and that is your strength.
Thanks.
I teach kids, I communicate,
Right.
I'm able to break down complex concepts into like really granular, that's a skill that I saw. And people pay that. And I feel it's so easy because like, for me, it's like so effortless.
You could do that in your sleep, right?
You can do that in your sleep. Your athletics guys, your Colin, Kibina CP. These guys, they run like it's so effortless. Do you ever see like this guy's just like jogging and the other guys are like
too easy. It's too easy.
Even that tongue that's out and everything. But this guy's just like kill it so easy, And I feel that as young people, you need to discover yourself, see what it is, and then go for that. And never listen to these things. Back then in our times, they'd say, for you to be successful, you have to do maths and sciences. And then this guy's a great accountant, but why are we putting him in a physics class? And it's the same with even sports. This guy is a great sports guy. Why are we putting him in class for, these subjects that are not going to help him.
Yeah.
Rather put him in biology class, sports science, whatever, mainstream it according to his
strengths,
career, his
And
strength. Yeah.
So you have had a problem with, not a problem because I don't want to put you on the spot.
Yeah.
You have had observations about the education system.
Sure.
And the example that you always go to is the tree, the giraffe, the monkey, and what else?
And the goldfish.
Tell me about that.
And the goldfish. Like,
every time I've seen that and heard you talk about it, I was like, this is the funniest, but the most insightful thing about the gaps of the educational system. But yeah, please go ahead.
No. It's really simple. And I saw it on Facebook. Like, it was just goldfish, giraffe, monkey. Then the education system says, who can climb the tree the fastest? Like, bruh, how's the goldfish? It's like that, So why don't you give the goldfish a test to swim? Give the giraffe a test to look above the trees. Give the monkey so it's like, that's what the education system needs to do. And it's successfully being done in other countries, your Singapores, your Chinas,
right.
They know how to streamline, they know how to identify talent from kids at an early age. You see that this kid, she likes doing the catwalk. She's
at a young
performer.
Age. Yeah.
Like, you put her in class and she's always like, what is
she
this?
hates it.
She hates it, But you put her, like, today we're at my daughter's sports day. These kids some of them, you see them that like generally like sports. That as parents also discover our kids. If the government isn't going to catch up the education system in our lifetime, you as a parent, it's your duty to discover, my kid seems to be really liking tennis, or is good at chess, or is good at maths and sciences, and they want to be a doctor, or this guy's an athlete, like, he really comes to running, he's there. And then sort of curate your child's learning around that. And I think nowadays Botswana are quite aware of that. Because most of them are even pulling the kids out of school for homeschooling. We do help with that. Homeschooling programs where the student can actually have more time to do what they're actually talented in.
And you focus on that.
Just becomes a base. Then we basically focus
on that. Go back to that, because that's a conversation around Lion Tutoring. I've got so many questions around Lion Tutoring, including that one on homeschooling. But I just want us to exhaust, like, education, man. So if we're noticing this, shouldn't the people that are representing us in the education sphere notice these things? What do you feel might be the challenge from shifting the curriculum, for example? Right? We should be learning about some history that we don't use. I mean, even some math. You don't even need, right?
James bought 100 watermelons. My daughter's like, why is he buying 100 watermelons? What is he gonna do with 100?
You see, that's critical thinking,
Critical thinking, exactly. So I think even just the way that it's been done, it doesn't speak to your day-to-day. And again, you also look at the job market.
Terrible.
Our basic education and tertiary education, there's a discord with the trends, the market trends. Computer science programming was the in thing in 2020, 2021. Right now, AI can basically code anything. My brother here was talking about Claude Code. There's Lovable.
Yeah, he's a guru on that.
I'm also like, I use a lot of Claude and Lovable. You prompt this thing, like, create for me a system that is going to go through my bank statements and see where I'm overspending. And this thing, you just upload there and it will give you a system, something that you needed a coder for. So those are things as the Ministry of Education, they should be looking at together with the global job trends, not just the local, because and this happens a lot. Some of the businesses in Botswana outsource some of the labor abroad because it can be done online. Like nowadays, you don't even need a bookkeeper coming to your office. You don't need an accountant at your office. They have access to your banking apps. They have access to this and that. They can do it from Dubai. They can do it from the UK. Easily, right? And even probably sometimes even more faster, convenient, etc. So I think that is where if we don't guard against that,
Yeah.
the unemployment rate is going to keep widening even
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
We're going to
Yeah.
be producing all of these graduates that even ourselves don't use. How do you expect a local graduate to go look for a job elsewhere if they can't get it locally?
Yeah.
It means
Nah,
that's
it's a-
already
if
that's
the
a red flag.
If the local, if the local plan is
businesses
not
can't
working.
use, then why? I mean, how are they going to get a job in Dubai, where those kids are learning coding, they're learning AI prompting, they're using AI on a day-to-day basis, and our kids are still like under the tree type vibes. You
I'm
get
not
what I'm
even
saying?
laughing at this, but it's
Yeah.
so true. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It-
yeah.
And you know what the issue I have, and I need you to weigh in on this, is that shouldn't sending kids to school have some return on investment of some sort?
It should,
Such
yeah.
that if you've taught this person for 4 years, for 5 years, when they get into the market, there should be an investment that you have as far as like an economical input that they have,
Sure,
right? Through
sure.
their skills.
Sure.
There's a value that they're bringing into the market because the skills that you actually taught them are very relevant in their work
Relevant.
in the market.
100%.
So now if you're sending kids to school, the skills that they have gotten after 4 years are not relevant anymore, especially in the age of digital space now.
Yes, yes.
Didn't you waste time? Didn't you waste money?
Resources, even that child's life, like you've put them through university for 4 years. Like I got invited at ENCA, I think in newsroom.
No,
Africa. Yeah,
we didn't talk
in
about
South
that
Africa.
too.
Yeah. And like nowadays, actually, they would call me because they think I'm a subject matter expert. Okay, so they say I am.
You should claim it,
So
man. You are.
no, I do. I think maybe like sometimes I don't do myself justice because I become too modest.
Yeah.
But
That was a lady,
they
though.
see the
Sorry, there was a lady though. You got onto, was it a radio station?
Yeah.
And she was having a correspondence with another gentleman who was like a minister.
Yes, the minister.
And
yes.
you were in the studio.
Yes.
I thought
yeah.
I need her
That
job
was
because
dope.
I need her job. You know why? Because I don't know if she was nervous or something.
Oh yes,
Oh,
that she was. Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
man.
So it was, like it comes with the space,
Of course.
And I think by doing this long enough, I know how to be on live radio, live TV. Yeah.
But anyway, I
yeah.
digress.
Yeah. So as I was saying, when we spoke in those platforms, in South Africa, there's a lot of research that would even show you that these courses, as the students are in class now, they are redundant. So there's a redundancy study that is conducted by the universities just by private organizations to say this course, even the students who are in class right now doing it, it's redundant. Yes. That's unfortunate. That's so unfortunate. I know we laugh, but it's so sad.
My goodness.
It's so sad. But you'd find that the university is just making money. They'll just bring the lecturers. They'll do it. They'll give the student the certificate. Listen, you've got your bachelor's and da 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 da. Yay! Can't find a job.
So, okay, if we cannot win with the lecturers or the school system, what message do we need to tell the kids? Because I think we can still reach to the kids, right?
Yes, yeah, no, 100%. And there's a lot of self-development that kids nowadays they do. They go onto the platforms. They learn a bit of AI.
Do
They
Gen
learn
Z care about that stuff though?
They do. They actually do.
Because a lot of people say Gen Z this, Gen Z.
Yeah. But the thing is, the advantage with them is the information is there at their fingertips. So even if it's me going onto this platform for 2 months to learn how to do a bit of business, enterprise a bit. We had a student, 14 years old. He was getting paid by YouTube because he was doing these videos, the gaming videos.
Oh,
and
wow.
he has so many followers. I think he set his VPN to a different country somehow.
Oh, nice.
Which monetized.
Which kid is this? Maybe I know him.
I wouldn't say his name.
I think I know who it is.
Yeah.
Big on TikTok.
Local, big on TikTok. Also big on YouTube.
Yeah.
Dude, the parents were
the boy.
so the the boy.
know
Yeah,
the
he's
boy.
a boy.
Yeah.
So the mom at some point was like, "Is this kid selling drugs or something? Because he always has money." The mom was like, "Sometimes we even borrow money from him. Like, "Ish, borrow me 1,000 there. Like, I'll charge you interest." Yeah, but these kids they do that. You go on there and you learn how to monetize. Like, who would have thought? Set up a VPN to the States.
Yeah.
bam, and he's already monetizing.
So you're definitely one of those people who. Okay, before I ask that question,
Yeah,
how true is it that if you're to be an entrepreneur,
yeah,
it's either you have to solve a problem or what did Vusi say? Either you saw a gap in a problem that you need to solve, or
sure.
you are annoyed by something
Yes,
and you need to change it. And I think there's another third thing. You are definitely one of those people who saw a gap in the education system.
100%.
What was it, and how then did that inform Lion Tutoring?
Yeah.
Because we're getting into the big thing now.
Yeah.
Lion Tutoring.
Yeah, no, thanks.
So you are definitely trying to solve a problem. What was it, and what informed that?
Yeah, I think for me, it's a gap that still exists today.
Oh my
Like
gosh.
11 years later, which is personalized learning.
Right.
Personalized learning, convenient learning. An educator can come to your house.
Yeah.
Most of our competitors still have it the traditional sense. The kids go to school, then they go to the tutor, and it's a classroom setup. And I think that system in this day and age is a bit flawed. Students should be able to learn at their convenience, at the time that works for them the most.
Really?
And in a personal life. Yeah.
And they're
100%.
kids, Thobo.
They are kids. They
Should we
need to be
trust you?
structure in their lives.
Okay.
I have kids who are soccer players, professional soccer players. The best time for them to do training is from 6 to 8 a.m.
In the morning.
in the morning.
But
And
already school has
school
started.
has already started, And for them, what works is to do that training, hydrate, bath, and then start lessons around 9 o'clock,
Okay.
10 o'clock. You get it. But this education system is not going to cater for those kind of students. Or there's a student that probably does the best thinking in the afternoons,
There's that too.
but there's structure in their lives. The parents know that teacher comes at this time, there's the school program. There are also students who are nomads. Parents actually work from
yeah.
one place to the other. What caters for them? If they're going to be in a traditional school, a year later the parents move to another country.
The disruption there is
Disruption,
crazy. Yeah.
getting into another school, etc. So I think that is what really prompted me to start Lion Tutoring. Now, then you also go into the ways of learning. Some students are visually stimulated, kids with the mind maps and the drawings. And there's some kids who do well as audio-based learners.
Right.
They do discussions, they recite things
They
to
debate
themselves,
stuff
etc.
as well.
We put them in front of one teacher who's going to use the same teaching method for all the kids. Now, then you look at an extreme case of a student who has a special need, autism, ADHD, ADD, etc. Epilepsy.
Right.
They need other different teaching methods which are not to be so like the one teacher in the front, kids in the classroom setup. It's the same system our forefathers in 1966 were using.
Before we were born.
Before we were born. Where has the innovation taken place, TeeKay?
So clearly.
TF, WTF.
WTF,
You know
man.
what they say it stands for? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Oh, that's a first one. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness, man. So, and then you know what the system tells you? If you're a different kid who's been put in a pool where the stuff is not working, you're a
Yes.
dumb kid.
You're a dumb kid. Yeah, 100%.
But you're just not personalized in your learning.
Exactly.
Like
exactly.
your strengths, strengths.
Yeah.
With learning, they've just not been catered for.
They're not catered for. Some of the kids who are neurodivergent.
What does that mean?
Neurodivergent meaning all those your epilepsies,
Oh,
your
yes.
autism and stuff.
Yes.
It's like a certain part of the brain has shut down, and the other parts of the brain are heightened. That's why you get your Einsteins, who is genius, started talking at 5 years, 6 years. The parent thought what's up with this
going
kid?
on? Yeah.
But he's yet to be he's a genius that we
He's
talk
the
about
genius.
today.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the education system really doesn't cater for that, and that is why I think
You got into
personalized learning is
Lion Tutoring.
Yeah.
Then happened.
Yeah.
And it's funny because you had never thought you wanted to do business at all.
Yes,
that
true
is
that.
that is crazy,
Yeah.
man.
It's a
But
calling. It's a calling.
So is business or entrepreneurship, should it be a calling? Such that if it's not a calling, you're gonna fail. And what is a calling in this regard?
I love the way you say that when you feel so strongly about something. Like, wait, it almost annoys you. You know, like how I talk passionately about something. It's like one day, man, like, just make me the president, man. You know, make me a minister or something, you know, like, anyway. Topic for another day.
Part 2.
Part 2, yeah. So, but when you feel so strongly about something, that's where the calling is. You have to do this, and you feel if no one else does it, I should be the person to do that, you know. So that's basically what entrepreneurship is. It's not for everyone, in the sense that not everyone can't do it, but there are some people that are gonna see the gap and like, I should be the one to fulfill that. Most of us, we see the gaps and we do nothing about it.
Right.
We go through the roads, we pass potholes, and we just go around
every day.
And somebody's like, you know what? What if I start a company that is going to fill up these potholes and get a government tender, or you know, fix it and then get the community to put money to service the potholes? You know, that is,
before you
we
know
are all
it,
passing the potholes, but this guy feels so strongly about it. Yeah.
So your company, your business, is not the first of its kind.
Yes.
Coming back to Botswana, and by coming back to Botswana, I mean you're in South Africa doing school.
Yes.
The idea came up when you were out there, but you came back home and you started this business. You are not the first person to have done that.
Yeah.
How come you have become so successful? And I would argue you are the most successful
Thanks, bro.
tutoring business there is in Botswana, and one of these days in Africa. So how did that happen, man?
I think for me, it's really just.
They must hate you also, man. It's like,
no, even not.
like,
bro.
who is this guy?
Even not. Like, and that's the one thing I think maybe I do well. Like, I do actually touch base with the other competitors to say, guys, let's work together. You know, like,
that's nice.
There's the cake is so big that.
But don't be too nice also, Thobo.
No.
People are witches.
No, come on, man. TeeKay. That's a topic for another day, man.
My man.
Yeah.
Great. Competition is great.
Yeah.
Don't be, just
TeeKay.
you can talk to people, but don't be too nice. I'm telling you, man.
You know, I do know where to draw lines. But basically what I'm saying is, you know, we can all win. Like, if we come together and we choose to tackle this together, we can even get a bigger piece together. You know, you know that whole saying that, you know, if you go alone, you can get faster.
But if you go together,
you can get further.
Something along
something like yeah. I think it's the wine. Huh? Your wine, not my one. I don't drink.
I'm like something along those lines.
Something along those lines. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but basically, that's just my philosophy to say, you know, come together, let's do something. If you can't and you want to be on opposite sides, I'm gonna run you over. So that is basically my philosophy. I still do have that sheer entrepreneur, you know, kick-ass type vibes. But I'm also like, come on, guys, like we can do it together.
We can do it together.
That's the reason why I have the mentorship program. And part of my mentees, one of my mentees actually runs a tutoring company.
Oh, that's dope.
I'm like, dude, we can do this.
We can do this together.
I enjoy this, you know. And I'm not gonna hold back. I'm gonna say, you know, let's push and let's see if there are areas that we can collaborate on. You know, shared values, synergies. You know, then we can probably even take the market bigger. Also, one of my business associates in Namibia, she runs a tutoring company. I approached her to say, you know, you're running a tutoring company. I want to get into your market. Let's do something together. And it's actually helping because they already know her and they know their research about us and they see that like these two forces coming together. So, that's my philosophy.
So I still haven't heard how you were separated though from these people that made you successful.
From the rest of them.
Because the idea is great. But I don't think idea alone can make you as successful. Are there certain things that you can tell us now that you did specifically that ensure that you are this guy today?
Sure. I think number one is the grace of God. There's a certain grace of God.
Hey, bro.
There's certain
like when business people talk about that, though.
Bro, because I've seen that there's certain doors that just open when you come with this presence that like you can't take any credit for. You get it? That's number one. Then number two is constantly being aware, self-aware. What is it that I have that the other guys don't have? Then I take it into my communication strategy. that is what I talk about all the time.
Right.
If I worked for the biggest tutoring agency in South Africa that deploys tutors to your house. And I discovered that I know the technologies that are required to do the service better than everyone else. If anyone tries to do it, man, they're not gonna
It's not gonna work. Yeah.
And there's probably a strength that another competitor has that I don't have. But because they are not self-aware, they don't know what to amplify to the market.
I like that.
So that is what I amplify to the market. I can bring, you pay now, I'll bring a tutor to your house the following day. It's a brand promise. And the customers, sometimes they pay almost with, let's see what happens. And lo and behold,
just
the
like
tutor
that.
pitches. So it's just being self-aware to say, what is the most, like podcasts. There's so many podcasts here.
Yep.
But you found something that your audience
That
actually
works.
wants.
Yep.
And that should be built into your communication strategy. So I think that's
how simple.
Yeah.
That's how you emerged as the best, man.
Yes.
Look, over the years that you've done this, it's a lot of people that have been doing the same thing, but it's one thing to do the same thing, but it's another thing to be able to go above and beyond what everyone else has been doing. But you must have had some challenges, man. Scaling the business.
Yeah.
Actually, before we even go to scaling, how did you fund this? Did you bootstrap?
Yeah.
Did you get funding? I know banks don't fund.
When you're starting.
There's no
when
money.
You're starting. Yeah. But when I
don't
started,
know why
it was...
why do they do that?
And actually,
because you know what happens,
Yeah.
Thobo. Sorry to cut you.
Sure.
You know what happens is that when you're starting, they don't give you money.
Yes. And when you don't need it.
But when you don't,
you're like,
I mean, you've done everything that you've done through bootstrapping.
Yes.
Now they wanna
come through.
That's
and
the
and you should
weirdest
take
thing.
it. You know, the thing is, the bank is not in the business of funding, and this is something that you see my mentor says a lot. You know,
tell me about that.
It's a bank. You know, they are not in the business of funding entrepreneurs. You know. One, you as an entrepreneur, it's your responsibility. It's your baby.
I don't like this chat.
It's your baby.
I really don't like
need
this
to
chat.
You need to find something to do to make the money come in, to do something that you really want to do. You get it? And I think for me, that was bootstrapping.
Yeah.
It was like saying, there's some clients who are willing to pay me to come and tutor their kids' maths, even before registering the company. Like, how much are they willing to pay? Oh, at the time they were willing to pay 1,600. Okay, I've got 5 clients. Each one I pay 1,600. That's $800.
Right.
Like, okay, cool. I've got this. Oh, $8,000. Sorry.
Yeah.
I've got this $8,000 that just came for me to tutor these kids. Now that can be my startup capital. What else do I need? I'm gonna need to print flyers. Cool. Put it on the budget. I'm gonna need a dedicated phone. That when the clients call, I can pick up that phone.
Not just the other phone that you've been using the whole time.
No, not just hey, or something. You know, when you're starting,
you gotta use that.
You know, even when I did, and I haven't shared this with anyone.
Yeah.
It's like when I did my flyers. My dad used to work at the university of Botswana, so I used to buy printing paper, go to his office, and then print the flyers. There was a black and white printer. So I'd print the papers, and then I cut them with the scissors. And then every day without fail, I'd go to the private schools. Marapula finished at like 1:45. I'll stand in the gate, distribute
You were
flyers
standing at the gate.
myself. I had no money to pay anyone to do it. So I did it
I bet
myself.
you can't do that now, huh?
No.
You can't do that now.
There are teams that do that. Yeah, so that's the humble beginnings. You know, you have to do it at some point. You know, I'll go to Rainbow, go to Lehigh, all the schools that I know that I tutor the curriculum, distribute the flyers, and lo and behold, by 3:00 the calls start to come in
already.
So I have to now be parked by the side of the road to take the calls, and then somebody will be like, "Hey, I saw this from Lion Tutoring." I'll take the details. I'll send you a quotation this evening. You'll get it the next morning. Got a whole list of people that were prospects. At night, when the rest of the people are sleeping, I'm busy sending quotations. Following morning, I'm hopping on phone calls. Hi, this is Thobo from Lion Tutoring. I do some tutoring services. Would you like me to?
At this point, you're alone?
I'm all alone.
You're still alone.
And there's no office. There's just me, telephone, car, boot of my car, I have all the flyers there. Bam.
At this point, do you see the future?
No.
Can you
no,
tell you're gonna become a great person?
No.
So what's motivating you now to keep pushing it?
You mean now?
No,
Or
no, no.
back then?
Like in that moment, right? What
No,
is
man,
going
it
on?
was just an adrenaline thing that comes like, let me push this thing. Let me see how far this thing can go. Yeah.
Wow.
And then you get like 5, 10 clients, then they become 50 clients. Then you're like, I can't tutor myself. I probably need to hire some tutors.
There it goes.
So I went to
There it
UB.
goes.
I'm like, how can I get some guys who are willing to do it not that expensive because we're only starting out. So there's some guys at UB who are like, hey man, I'm on my 4th year. I have a lot of time on my sleeves. You know, I can make an extra 800 pula per month or an extra 2,000 pula per month, top it on to the allowance, then I'm good to go. Put those guys in, then they start doing the tutoring. And at some point, this flyer distribution thing is, you know, I can see that the traffic is a lot. I can do some sales agents. Go on Facebook, I'm like, hey guys, who wants to make an extra buck an hour? You know, I can pay you something like $100 an hour. Let's go do it at the robots. Stand with the guys so that they see me there also. Then I'm like, these guys need t-shirts. Can be coming with Studio Worldwide and Bafana jersey and Zara jacket.
Zara jacket.
Like, oh, let me get them some lion tutoring. So what I do? Go to Oriental Plaza, buy some t-shirts, put a brand there, get them dressed up, and that's just
Bro,
basically.
how old are you at this time when it
I
all started?
am 23 years old.
2-3.
Yeah, 23. 22, 23.
Oh my goodness,
I'm
bro.
just doing this. Yeah.
So
yeah.
you're 22, 23.
Yeah.
You're not hitting the club, are you?
No.
On a regular, on a weekend.
No. Maybe at the time, maybe just once a while.
Okay.
But I think I used to club in Pretoria.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
You're back here. I'm like,
What do we do here?
sorry to the promoters and
Nah, it's fine.
but I'm like, man. Like we used to have at Pretoria, we used to have this place called the Square.
Oh, okay.
And there was a lot of clubs and it was like a whole Pretoria nightlife, you know. So I didn't club in the literal sense. We used to go watch soccer. So big screen, and then people are clubbing and everything. And yeah,
You know why I'm asking though? Because I'm looking at a 22-year-old now who is watching this.
Yeah.
22 years now.
Yeah.
What they're getting up to. I think. Look, I'm not gonna brush all the 22-year-olds.
Yes. Yeah.
But majority of them is TikTok. It's clubbing.
Yes.
It's drugs.
Drugs. Yeah.
It's uncontrollable alcoholism.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah.
So for you to have been like that, did you have someone who was telling you to be this guy? Because you're young also.
Yeah.
Did your dad or any other person play a role in just like guiding like my brother?
Yeah.
You're actually onto something here. Maybe do not focus your attention on some of these young things that young people are doing.
It was instilled in me at an early age through my Christianity, how I was brought up.
Yeah, church boy. Yeah.
No, solid.
Yeah.
You know, and there's a scripture, Proverbs 22 verse 6. It says, "Train a child in the way that they should go, and when they're old, they won't depart from it." Yeah. So that basically means even when you do all of this craziness, you know, you already know that what I'm doing is not right. And I used to do a lot of crazy stuff. Like back in university, you know, my first year, remember I was always born in a Christian home. Then I went to university. I'm like all on my own. I'm like, what? You know, so you do all of these things, but you're like, you know, there's a calibrated point that I need to circle back. So I think for me, even when I have experimented with a bit of drugs here and there, experimented with alcohol here and there, girls, multiple partners and everything, I always knew that this is not right and I need to circle back to the founding. Even now, dude, I'm not a perfect guy, man. Like I mess around, like not really? Mess around.
Really?
I don't not mess around.
You heard it live on the Juice 2.0. Ladies and gentlemen, Thobo messes around.
No, not mess around, but yeah, you know, like you divert sometimes and you're like, what the hell did I just do? But
human nature, right?
Human nature. Like I'm not perfect. I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm the most perfect guy, but at least I know the truth. And my parents made sure that from an early age, and that's the way I raise up my kids.
Yeah.
You know, we read the Bible, we pray. They know that God is watching, even if mom and dad are not there to watch. God is there. You know, so I think that is something that even parents there, you know, take time to invest in teaching your kid the right way. And for me, it was the Christianity.
Spirituality. For me too.
Other people could be, you know, other things. You know, there's some people who are a-religious. There's some people who.
But you know what I hate
different.
nowadays?
Yeah.
Christians, we're becoming very soft, man. You know, just a statement, right?
Yeah.
Like when we say, you know, I believe in God,
Yeah.
and I feel like parents should really teach their kids Christianity.
Yeah.
And then that modern dogma thing starts to creep in that says, you know, maybe you actually need to also say, but whatever you believe in, you know what I mean? And I believe 10 years away, man, Christians were like, I know the times are different.
No, not just that. You know, like you need
I'm
to
like,
be tolerant.
there's only one. No, there's one God,
No. You believe that. You believe that.
and everyone else should believe that. There's only one path. There's only one way. The way, the truth, and the life. His name is Jesus
No,
Christ.
true that.
Right?
True that.
Don't
Amen,
cancel
brother.
the podcast, by
Amen,
the way.
amen,
But
brother.
I'm just
Amen.
saying, like,
Yeah.
you get me. Like,
get you.
10 years ago, Christians used to be like, it's either you believe this or we're not messing around with you.
Yeah.
And then I don't know where it happened, and I'm a victim of that too because I'm a media guy.
Sure.
I have to be cognizant of the fact that it's a lot of people that believe a lot of things. But should they believe in these things? I don't think so.
I would say tell your testimony as it is.
Okay.
Tell people that this is what God did for me.
Right.
But the owners are still up to you. You choose what you do with it. Because the moment you come and it's like shoved down your throat, people start to
Takes away from the free will that God gave us as well.
100%. So I'm unapologetic of saying this is how I was raised. I was raised in a Christian home. It's my reality. You can't now say because you believe something
You must
else.
believe my
That's
reality.
my reality, yeah. And what you do of it, it's absolutely up to you.
So should I take my words back?
Nah, it's okay. It's okay.
I feel you,
You're
man.
in the spirit. I don't know if it's this spirit or you're in some kind of spirit.
It's definitely some spirit.
Some spirit, yeah.
So, dude, and then with Lion Tutoring, right?
Sure.
Take me through the model. Because for a lot of places that you've been to, I know you're talking about, you know, other things that you're getting up to.
Sure.
But I want us to get back to an ordinary Botswana who is watching, who is a parent.
Yes.
An ordinary Botswana who is watching, who is a potential tutor.
Sure.
An ordinary Botswana who is a potential student that signs up for Lion Tutoring.
Yeah.
So let's start with the tutors.
Yes.
Give me the model there. First question. Who is eligible for this thing? How do they sign up?
Sure.
Yeah.
So on the tutor side, we like young people, vibrant, because the kids already, the teachers at school are a bit of an elderly age, and they bring maturity, which is good. Which is what
there's also respect and authority, right?
Yes, 100%. But when you get home and there's a tutor, they need to be almost like a big brother, big sister, but very qualified and vetted. Because nowadays we live in a day and age where these, and I'm sending this person to your house, so I have to make sure that we do the extra checks in terms of background, in terms of sexual offenders registry.
Yeah.
In South Africa, it's very active, but in Botswana, it's not. We are looking at things like police clearance.
Oh.
And in South
Very
Africa,
important.
very important. In South Africa, it even goes the extra mile. They've got these plugins called AfriSwitch, which it checks if you don't have even pending cases. So you find the police, you go there, they would say you don't have a
record.
Yeah, you don't have a record or a conviction.
Yeah.
But if you go through the AfriSwitch, it will tell you that this person has 5 pending rape cases. That's not somebody you want to send to
someone's house.
To somebody's house. So we work with a lot of HR agencies to just assist with that kind of work.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's on the vetting side. Yeah. And then now we upload all of these tutors onto a platform. And we tell you as a client, parent, student that there are these 400 tutors that you can choose, like you do an Uber driver or you do, what's the dating app?
I don't know.
Dating apps.
I almost,
Yeah. What?
I almost said, should we ask the minister? But, and then I was like, I'm gonna be in trouble.
You'll be in trouble, yeah. But yeah, the swipe left, swipe right, kind of.
That should be, man, Tinder. Yeah, yeah.
It's been a while since, yeah, and it's a good thing we don't know dating apps. I'm 9 years into marriage now, so I'm like,
You're
what are
good.
the dating apps? Yeah, I don't even know what the dating apps. Yeah, Tinder. Yeah, swipe left, swipe right. That's sort of the concept that we build with our tutors. To say you as a client, you have a database of all these tutors, then you can now start to exercise your biases. I want somebody from Zimbabwe, because my kid, we are naturally from Zimbabwe,
okay.
and I want somebody who has, those kind of, principles from back home.
That heritage
they can
from home.
Remind the child from, back home. Or the Afrikaans guys would say, I want an Afrikaans tutor who's actually Afrikaans, but sometimes people aren't comfortable with asking that over the phone. You get it? People are shy. They don't want to say, I want only a female tutor, because I'm not sure. I'll be comfortable with having a female tutor come to my house, but they wouldn't be able to say that over the phone. But on the app, they're able to see, oh, there are 10 tutors around me. 5 are ladies, 5 are guys. Out of these ladies, this one has a 5-star rating, and these are the reviews. So I'll go with this one. So you're able to exercise your biases. Also, as imagine if you could choose your favorite maths teacher. You remember, like back in school, where you had your standard 4 teacher.
You were
was
stuck.
So awesome.
You were stuck. Yeah.
And then standard 5, you're like, what the hell?
And you
But
wish they come. Yeah.
You wish that standard 4 teacher could take you through and probably do better, right? That is the same way that we want our kids to. So say, Mom, I heard the tutor, but there was a bit of an accent.
Yeah.
I couldn't really understand them, or they're speaking too fast. Then you're able.
We need to stop. Okay.
Then you're able to exercise your biases.
And then with your tutors,
Yeah.
right? This is both male and female.
Sure.
These could come from either Botswana or countries outside.
Outside, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
which country specifically are you able to receive tutors for?
Yeah, I think my preference, because of my patriotism to Botswana, it's always we prefer the local
first,
tutors, and they're actually quite good.
Yeah.
Actually quite reliable, communicating,
Yes.
and really want to prove themselves. Then obviously this is for the online lessons.
Yes.
So every country that we get into, we make sure we have the local tutors for the at-home lessons. So if we're in Joburg, we're going to get some of those guys who stay in and around Joburg. Yes. Cape Town, same thing. Durban, same thing. Pretoria, same thing. Yeah. And then for the online tutoring sessions, which is a good 25% of our business, we make sure that we get the local Botswana tutors.
Yeah.
So you find Botswana tutors are tutoring students in UK, Australia.
Wow.
Yes,
Online, yeah?
Online, yeah. We've had quite a number of students from there.
Right.
Brazil, Italy also.
Whoa.
Yeah. So because it's the same curriculum. It's either IGCSE, A-levels, or IB.
Is it?
Yes, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. The international curriculum. And most of the tutors were trained as teachers in those curricula.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's basically our preference. But yeah, like I say, we
can come
also try
from-
to get or hire some of the local tutors. Yeah.
So if I'm a guy, so much time on my hands, I could teach.
Yes.
What's the first thing I need to do right now?
Okay, first thing is the qualifier, which is your academics.
Okay.
We need to check if you have any teaching qualification, whether it's a PGDE. And a PGDE comes, like, maybe you did engineering, then you're going to do a year of postgraduate studies in education.
Yeah.
Or if you did law, then you do a PGDE.
Yeah.
It at least
Like some of
qualifies
us.
you. Yeah. Like so. Yeah. 100%. So like you did law and you do a PGDE, then it qualifies you to be able to teach, right? And then you'll get people who did bachelors of education and maybe math, science, or physics, chemistry, etc. Yeah.
Okay.
So that is the qualifier.
Yeah.
And then there are some who don't have teaching qualifications, but they have experience. So they probably were hired by the university at some point as a tutor.
Okay.
So we'd also add them to our database. Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
How many of those do you have?
We have
tutors.
249 tutors.
This is all around the world.
All around Botswana, South Africa, Namibia, Kenya.
That's a good number, right?
Yeah, it's a
And
good
there's space for a whole lot more.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah, there's space because it's a demand and supply.
Yes.
So we have a whole division that
And it's a
does-
great business.
Yeah. No, it is.
The
It
more
is.
demand,
Yeah, the more demand, now it informs us to say we need to recruit more tutors.
Okay.
So you'll find like in a month, our team will tell us we have a shortage of maths tutors
Yeah.
in this area. So we'll be doing recruitment for maths tutors in this area.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe the following month we're doing training. So even if they are teachers, we have to train them in our organizational culture, our
Right.
systems,
Very
the way,
important.
our
Yeah.
DNA, you know.
Yeah.
So that's basically, yeah.
So with the kids, which is a very important aspect.
Aspect, yeah.
What have you seen to be like the continuous thing that they choose? Right?
Yes.
What are kids? I mean, it's not the kids that choose; it's the
Yes,
parents.
it's the yes, yeah.
What are actually better question?
Yeah.
For the parents.
Yeah.
This is technology, right?
Yes, 100%.
Because you're doing this online, it's a digital space.
Yeah.
Are parents equipped enough technologically to do the app and choose these
Yes.
tutors and
Yeah.
know that this tutor is coming?
Yeah.
Or there are certain things that you had to do to equip them and sort of teach them how to do it?
Funny enough, they taught themselves
Oh.
because what we used to do is our pricing on the app
Right.
was the same as the normal pricing.
Yeah.
And as time went, we saw that we want to get more app downloads. So we reduced the pricing on the app. So people were like informing themselves. You say, I want a 5% discount or a 10% discount.
Yeah.
Then they'll literally go into the app and teach themselves. And it's a very simple app. Same like with InDrive. Who has taught anyone to use the InDrive?
Yeah, we learned that on
You
our
just
own.
learn it on your own. Like you want to get from A to B. You want the guy to
Except
come
my
to the
mother,
house.
though.
Yeah.
My mother up to that is like,
But you request for her, right?
I have to, yeah.
Yeah, same thing even with us.
Yeah.
Most of the kids take the parents' phone, then they do the app
they do it.
themselves,
Right,
get the
right.
credit card details. You know, even nowadays, kids do that themselves.
Yeah.
You know, they pick out their own tutor.
Cool.
Yeah.
So with kids, how many do you have now
So right
in
now,
total at all?
yeah. So right now, our tutor subscription. So we look at subscriptions
Yes.
for the year.
Yeah.
And we are just hitting 1,800. We'll probably end the year at 2,500 students.
Okay.
Yeah. Because this is now the peak time. So
Yeah.
now more students are
July
coming because
oh,
of
yeah.
the exams. Some of them that are last minute, you know, they want to do last minute catch ups. So last year we ended, I think, at 1,600 students.
Great number.
Yeah. So, and the good thing is it keeps increasing.
Yeah.
Because next year, these students are going to be going to the next level and they will need a tutor. So that's how it just
It's a very beautiful concept.
it's called annual recurring revenue.
Oh.
ARR. Yeah.
That's the what?
The metric. It's
metric.
like the turnover.
Okay.
So basically it's your annual recurring revenue.
Annual, right.
Because it's a subscription kind of business. So you know that you're going to be getting the same student who was doing Form 3 last year is going to come to Form 4, is going to go to Form 5, provided they don't get attracted by other tutoring companies
Yeah.
or they
Good luck to them, right?
yeah, but we have a like a really low churn rate. It's called a churn rate, like how
Churn
many
rate.
people drop off from your subscription. So it's usually really low. Yeah.
What do you consider to be the reasons for the small number of people that
Yeah,
drop?
sometimes like now the most common was the economy.
People simply can't afford.
can't afford. Yeah.
Okay.
So basically,
Hey, Laura, how much are you charging for these services? Very important question,
yeah,
actually.
we're actually one of the more priced tutoring companies. That is why our numbers aren't as much as the other tutoring companies.
Okay,
You know?
okay.
Yeah, but our numbers are quite good because even in a typical school, you'd get a maximum of 1,000. Why? Because the school is a brick and mortar. You can only fit X amount of students in a class.
True.
But some of our tutoring competitors have even more numbers.
Yeah.
But I think our pricing goes anything from 1,000 pula to 10,000 pula, depending on the program that you're in. And this is per month.
Per month. Okay.
So you might say, I live in Mokolodi. I don't even want to drive anywhere. My kid has to come. I mean, the tutor has to come to my house. Looking at the distance, the app actually calculates
Right.
looking at the distance. Then you find yourself paying on the higher side. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
So who pays the tutor? So what's the
parent.
because the tripartite
Yes.
relationship, right?
Yeah.
You have line tutoring, you have tutors, you have the students
Yes.
/ the parents.
Parents, yeah.
So who pays who? The parents pay the tutor,
No, the parents pay line tutor.
line tutoring.
Then we pay the tutor.
You pay the tutor.
So usually at the moment, it's usually a 60-40 split
Okay.
as to what we get and what the tutor gets.
Right.
But we want it to be actually more that goes into the tutor's hands.
Mm.
And that we only achieve through scale. You know,
Yeah.
the more students we're able to enroll. Like Uber. Back then, Uber used to keep 70%, and the drivers got 30%. And now it's the other way around. You know, the drivers are actually getting your 70%,
Right.
and the Uber only gets 30% because they've grown. So that is basically where we want to see ourselves.
Man.
Yeah. And the people that purchase the most is the moms.
They're the moms,
Moms are the ones, because the moms get the report and it's like an emotional purchase that, so the dad
dads-
just comes to pay. No, the dads just go and okay.
We're so blessed, man.
Yeah, the dad's like, okay, to which account am I paying? Like, I see myself doing that a lot with my wife.
Yeah.
She's like, okay, there's the hairdresser, there's the tutor, there's the this. Like, which account?
Which
how
account?
much?
Okay, send.
This amount is, or even just say, you pay from this account.
Man.
But we've noticed that the moms are the ones who make the decision
Yeah.
to get the tutor. Then the dads usually just come to pay.
I love it. There's so much I needed to talk to you about this thing, man, and personal development, but I'm told my time is up.
Yeah.
What could you say, man, in your last words about anything at all?
Yeah, man. I would like to start by saying thanks, man. I'm really enjoying I'm really enjoying your podcast, man. And it's self-development, it's something that we need as a country.
Yeah.
And I'd just like to say to young people that, let's do these kind of podcasts that we grow ourselves. You get so many guests, and I've seen some of the past episode, you get your Remo Hobes come
Yes,
through.
yes.
You got Mr. Osman kept up. And these ideas, you don't even have to be mentored by him personally, but
You could
all
just
these
listen.
ideas that you
Yeah.
listen and we develop ourselves. Guys, let's develop ourselves. Like, we don't have much time. We're the prime of this time.
We really are.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
really
yeah,
are.
yeah. And 10 years later, the opportunities aren't gonna be there. So I'd just like to say my parting shots, let's develop ourselves,
Yep.
do an extra course.
Yep.
I have a mentorship program. Come for the mentorship program.
Actually, yeah.
Even your kids, if they need a tutor, don't let the child just struggle by themselves. Try the best you can. Get them a tutor, get them a bit of support, even if it's not us, even if it's another tutoring company or
As
at
long as
school, they're getting help, they're getting
Right,
assistance,
right.
So that's basically
I love it,
my
man.
parting shot. And just for Botswana, guys, I'm so patriotic. I know I'm
Dude.
wearing a South
I'm like,
African
I don't know what's
jersey.
going on tonight.
Yeah, but it's because of the World Cup. But I'm super patriotic, and I really believe in our country, and I think our country is gonna get better. And probably vote for me for president. I don't know what
Hey, when you're a president, there must be something in that cabinet. You know what I mean?
Minister of Fun, Minister of
Enjoyment.
Enjoyment.
My brother, I appreciate you so much.
Thanks, man.
God bless you. I'm glad we finally did it. I'm glad that you saw a gap and
Yeah.
look, benefit, impact, if you can have both,
Yes.
you would have done such a great thing to be able to use your business and your life to serve the world through your business, as well as enjoy your life through the fruits that come out of that. There's no problem doing that. So I wish you both impact and benefit, impact and God's grace to even go beyond Botswana as you have done, but way beyond Africa. And
Amen.
we need to see you do what the Kibina Tsipis are doing
Yes, yes.
and just wave the flag, BW, to the rest of the world.
Yes,
I mean, you're in
yes.
Brazil already, so
yeah.
we want to see that. I'm rooting for you, the Juice 2.0. The next time you
Thanks,
come
man.
back, it's got to be another testimony, apart from the Mercedes.
Hey, man, like a private jet.
Like a private jet, like Mr. Rum.
Yeah, like Mr. Ram. No, I appreciate you, bro.
Ladies and gentlemen, my brother Thobo, founder, CEO, Lion Tutoring. And in case you need some services, your kids, they've been failing. They need it. Yeah, you know. Hey, here's a gentleman that you can trust. A lot of other parents have been doing that. Why not you? Until the next time, you and I sit with another guest who's crazy juicy. Stay juicy. Cheers.